Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we are going to be doing a Valentine's Day look. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this. So to start off, we're going to be using e.l.f. Hydrating Primer. We want to make sure we just take a little dollop. We're going to rub that on our fingers and rub that on our T-zone. Also, I know it is blurry, but that does clear up. Next thing I do is work on my eyebrows. I use the NYX eyebrow pencil, and normally I always brush those out. Again, you guys, sorry about the blurriness. It will fix in a little bit. But all I do is follow my hairs and just go in the direction my hair is growing. I am not that great at eyebrows, but I just do what works for me. Remember, they are sisters, not twins. I also add a little bit in the front just because my eyebrows aren't that long. Typically, I would conceal my eyebrows after this, but y'all made me a little nervous, so I did skip a step, but I do go back. I do use Fit Me in the color 322. But again, like I said, I accidentally skipped a step, but you will see me go back and conceal my eyebrows before I finish my foundation. Told you. Now I am going in with my Pro Concealer in the color Honey, I believe. All I do is outline my eyebrows. Again, eyebrows are still not my best, so I do what I can. After I conceal my eyebrows, I use a damp beauty blender and just blend that out. Now I'm going to finish up by adding the rest of my foundation to my forehead. Blend that neck, ladies. Always blend the neck. Never skip the neck. I'm gonna say it again. Never skip the neck. Next up, I am going to be using concealer to conceal under my eyes. I do use the Tape Shape Radiant. I'm not sure of the color, but I'll put it on the screen. All I do is go down to the middle of my nose and then bring a little triangle and then go up close to my temple. And I do that on both sides. Hallelujah, we finally have a clear screen. Next up, I take a brush and I pat under my eyes lightly and I go the direction that I want my concealer to go. So I bring my concealer up to my temple and I blend out. Makeup is very tedious and it takes a lot of patience. If you rush makeup, it will look a little crazy. So you do have to take your time and just continue to pat until you see what you want. For my nose, I do the pat method as well, but I bring it up to my forehead and kind of make like a palm tree type of thing. So I don't put any on my forehead. I just bring it up. I use the excess from my nose up to my forehead. After I use my brush, I blend the rest out with a beauty blender. I try to be one of those girlies where they just use the brush, but it just doesn't work for me. That's a key step with makeup too. Know your face and know what works for you. Next up, I use the Airspun loose powder to bake. I don't bake for a long time. You're gonna see all I do is put it on just to make sure it is set, but I don't like to bake for a long time. It may be for about 15 to 30 seconds. I don't want any flashback. I haven't learned how to bake correctly, so this works for me. If you're a beginner and you want to still make sure that your makeup doesn't move, this works for me. Just bake for about 15 to 30 seconds. After I have baked for about 15 to 30 seconds, I take a brush and wipe it off and just get all of the excess off and make sure that I don't see any left, because we do not want any flashback in those pictures, ladies. Next up, I use an e.l.f. contour palette. I make sure to add my contour just a little below my cheekbone. If you can see there, my cheekbones are pretty high, but I do want to still accentuate that. So I go just a little below. And then I make sure to do the exact same spot on the other side, because it is very important that you do the same spot, because if you don't, then your face can look lopsided because your contour is in two different spaces. When it comes to my nose, again, this is a beginner's class. I'm still learning, everybody. And I learned that you're supposed to make it as thin as possible, but this is as thin as I can get it. And I like the way it came out, so I just bring it down and then loop around the front of my nose. Then I add some contour at the top of my forehead. Then I take a contour brush and I blend it out towards my hairline. For my nose contour, I blend it out towards my eyebrow. So I bring it up and I push it towards my eyebrow and kind of make like a little bit of an eyeshadow. For the forehead contour, all I do is just blend that out towards the hairline as well. Next up is bronzing, one of my favorite steps. I'm going to be using NARS in the color Laguna 04. I take a fluffy brush, and everywhere that I put my contour, I am adding bronzer. So this is basically setting your contour. Just like you set your concealer with loose powder, we are setting our contour. Next up is cream blush. I'm going to be using Tarte Man Eater in the color pink. I have grown to actually really love blush. I used to stray away from it. Whenever I used to hear blush, I used to think of like old ladies with like the circles on their cheeks, and I just never wanted to use it. I used to have my makeup looks with no blush at all. But once I started using it, I have never went back. I love it. I just added that the same place that I added my contour, and I'm using a fluffy brush as well to blend it out. I add a little bit in my eye socket just to be able to make it pop a little bit, but I blend that out until it gets to the color that I desire. I also add a little bit on my nose just to give it a little razzle dazzle. Next up is powder blush. We set everything. So just like I did cream blush, we are adding powder blush on it to make sure it doesn't move. I have went to the club in my makeup and has came back looking the exact same. So I am full proof that setting everything works. You just add that to the apples of your cheeks and push back. So if you see, there is kind of a harsh line under my concealer where the contour and blush meet. All I use is a damp beauty blender to get rid of that. Next up is eyeshadow. I'm going to be using this color. If you see here, I was trying to do something bold, y'all. I need to stick to what I know. This looks crazy. So if you see, I'm going to look at you like, oh no, this is not it. And I'm going to start new. So I took away the wing and I softened it a little bit, but that is still the same color. All I did was not use the wing. Now I'm going to be using this glittery color on my eyelid. All I do is just take it on my finger and push on the full lid. That's the thing with makeup. It can be forgiving, but also it can't. But whenever you don't like something, you can always just change it. I did have to do a whole side of my face over again, which normally when I'm going to do a really dramatic eye, I do the eyes first, but I don't know what I was thinking. I thought that I could do it, but continue to push this onto your eye. So after you get the glitter on your eye, you're going to use the same brush you used to put the base on. Don't add on any more eyeshadow and just brush that to blend that in. So if you see at the bottom of my eye, you can see a little bit of the eyeshadow fell over. That's an easy fix. All you do is take a little bit of the your concealer and just drag it out like a wing. And then you're going to use a damp beauty blender to blend it out, and it'll get rid of it. So right here, I kind of wanted it to look more like a cat eye. So I was trying to get rid of that eyeshadow right there, but I messed it up a little bit. But like I said, makeup can be forgiving. So all I did was wipe as much as I wanted it to go away. And then I took the excess from the other brush and just filled in the part that I messed up. Next up is eyeliner. I put this on my waterline. It's simple eyeliner. I don't remember what it is, but it's just black eyeliner on your waterline. Then my least favorite part, mascara. I use Hourglass Unlocked. I need mascara, so I use it, but I cannot stand it because this has been detrimental to my makeup look before. This has messed up my whole makeup look because I blink too hard or I don't know how to put it on right. I don't know, but I can't stand mascara, but I need it. Then I am using the Anastasia palette for my highlight. I put that on my cheekbones, I think under my eyebrows, my temple. Next up is my all-time favorite, lips. Ladies, please make sure you wipe off the foundation on your lips. Just do it. It's going to turn out way better. I know my lips was looking a little crazy this whole video, but wait till you see the transformation. I use Maybelline lip pencil in the color chocolate, and I do overline just a little bit on the sides. It looks a little crazy while I'm doing it, but you're going to see it come out perfectly. I just overline just a little bit on the sides just to make my top lip look a little wider. Then I go in and just blend it out with my finger. We're just trying to make it look kind of like ombre. Then I take Pro Concealer in the color cream something, and I put a little bit in the middle of my lips, and I just rub them together to blend it out to give that little ombre look. Next up, I add clear gloss. You can use any clear gloss. This gloss is from Bath & Body Works, and it's like a menthol. Literally my favorite part. Look at that. So I spray my finishing spray before I put on my eyelashes because my eyelashes always come off when I put on finishing spray. But I also don't put on eyelashes on camera because they always never come out right. So this is the final look. I hope this helped you. If you do like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification so you know every time I drop. And never miss a Talia Tuesday. Thank you. Love you guys.
You can trust in me. I can. You said I can trust in you.